Hello, this is Stephen Van Kampen-Lewis. It's August 13th. It's about 8 o'clock, and I'm just about to go water my orchids like I do every evening / night this time of year. And I wanted to do a quick highlight of my Catasetum denticulatum that's blooming right now. This is one of Fred Clark's plants. I got this some years ago. In fact, it was a little bit damaged in Hurricane Harvey. I think it was 2 years old at that time, or at least I had had it for 2 years. And that was 2 years ago, so it's at least 4 years old. So I would have to say this plant should be a little bigger. My bad. But in any case, here is the bloom spike on this guy, and it is SVO by Dark Spots. Oops, I'm getting dripped on here. I'm going to give you a close-up here of this Catasetum denticulatum. I really like how these flowers are arranged very symmetrically, very well shingled. You can sort of see when you're judging, one of the things that you look for is are the flowers arranged nicely, and you can, oops, as I jam my finger in there, you can kind of see that these flowers are shingled and they're coming down sort of on top of each other very very meticulously almost, and very, very nicely arranged and well spaced. There's a nice light fragrance, and I don't know if you can see it, but here is another little spike coming out. So in probably about another month, I will have hopefully an even bigger spike. Catasetum denticulatum is one of those ones that a lot of people have difficulty with. I don't know that anybody's ever really figured out why, to be honest. It's, it just grows a little later, actually quite a bit later in my opinion. It starts growing later for me than it does for my other catasetums, but everything else, as far as I know, is the same. It blooms about this time each year, and it's well behind its others. The other catasetums, you can see that this is a fairly small growth still, but you can see last year's bulb was about that big. I actually haven't put it outside yet. It's been inside this whole time in my house because I didn't want to put it outside and risk blasting the spike, but now that I've seen it, now that it's out, now that I've put it on YouTube, I'm comfortable putting it outside, and I'll probably collect some pollen a little later. Now, as far as Catasetum denticulatum flowers go, this one, it's very nice. There's nothing special about it, though. This is sort of a very ordinary individual or clone. The spotting is really nice, and that's about it. There's some much darker clones out there with like a bright red lip or a bright orange lip or a bright yellow lip. But most of the Catasetum denticulatums are going to look like sort of a version of this. And as always, you can see the water dripping out the water well there. So I've got my inorganic media on the bottom. I've got the orchiata bark on top, and then the densely packed sphagnum on top. And that's my denticulatum. See ya.